Hey there, welcome to Ellie's Bookland. This is my very first video on this channel, and I'm so excited to be starting this channel and sharing my writing with you guys, along with already existing books that I love, and I'm so excited. Okay, now first things first, about me. I absolutely love writing, and I do like books. I'm personally more of a movie show person, but I still love books, especially audiobooks, because I just love to sit and listen to an audiobook. But don't get me wrong, I still love to read. But why I love writing so much, and even like watching different shows or movies, or even reading, it's just so incredible. You know, people say that movies and books can like help us escape reality, but to me it's more like you're going into a new reality, really, because, you know, for these characters, their world is their reality. So it's like you're not really escaping reality. I mean, to a certain point you are, but you're escaping your reality to go into another reality, is how I look at it. Plus, I've heard someone say how, like, reading a book is kind of like, you're blindfolded, and then when the blindfold is taken off, you're in this new world. Like, I've heard someone describe going into a book as, you know, like that, and yeah, I really do have to agree, especially with books, not so much with shows or movies, because, you know, it's easier to find out stuff about different movies and different shows and different episodes of these shows. While with books, it's kind of harder to figure out the content, the content. Why am I not saying that right? The content in them, and some stories it's even kind of hard to figure out what they're about, but more so what's in them. So yeah, it really is like having a blindfold on, and then once you're in it, the blindfold's off, and you're trying to figure out what's going on and what's this about, and yeah. So yeah, I just think that books, shows, and movies in general are just like another reality we can escape to. Why am I having trouble pronouncing words? I can pronounce escaped. Some words I have a hard time pronouncing, but I can definitely pronounce it escaped. Anyway, so yes, I just love writing, just storytelling in general. If it's, you know, with, you know, a movie or show or a book, whatever, I just think that it's the most powerful form of art that's out there. I just love it. I just love the thought of bringing something to life that, you know, didn't exist 5 years ago or even a minute ago. And these characters, it's just so cool. I probably could make a whole video just on what I think of writing, and I might do that sometime. But anyway, so now getting into what kind of videos I'll be posting. I will be posting videos of my own writing. Like, I'll probably do some showing you guys working on my stories, like how I get them together, like plan and even come up with ideas, and what I use, like tools I use to write or even brainstorm and that kind of thing. And I also want to do some book recommendations and different like book theme videos where I review different books, recommend certain books, maybe even go into a bookstore, library, and take the camera along and look at the books. I would absolutely love to do that. I don't know when I'll be able to do that. Plus, I'm actually recording this on my phone, and for some reason the camera on my phone has been acting up. I can't seem to get it to turn around. I can get it to face me, but I can't get it to turn around for some weird reason. So it might be a little while before I can do that. But you know, my phone is kind of old. I think it's like 7 years old or something. So it might be a little while till I can do that. But I definitely want to do that. I personally like those kind of videos, and I want to do those kind of videos myself. But mostly, I will be doing, well, yes, book-related videos. Like, again, reviewing them, book recommendations. Oh, and I would even like to rank certain books I like, as well as, like maybe ranking different tropes in different books, and yeah. As well as talking about my own writing, and yeah. And also, I plan on posting my stories on a app or website, because there's actually both, on a website and app called Wattpad. And Wattpad is pretty much just like YouTube, but for books. There's different books on there. There's original stories, there's fan fictions on there, and yeah. So I will be posting my stories on there here pretty soon, or eventually. It probably will be a while, because I know on Wattpad you're supposed to be very consistent, and I want to get a few stories done and edited and just, you know, completely ready to be shared with you all. So yeah, it might be a little while before I post on there, but I definitely am going to be posting on there here soon. Now, as for the genres I write in, I also explain on Wattpad that I write fantasy stories, contemporarily. Did I pronounce that right? Now, that's a word I have a hard time pronouncing. More realistic. You know, realistic is what that is. Let me just call it that, because that's easier for me to pronounce. So yeah, those two, sci-fi, oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank right now. Sci-fi, fanfics, so I will be writing some fanfics on there. That's short for fan fiction, but I like to call it fan art. I did mention romance somewhat. I'm not a big fan of romance, so if I do write romance in any of my stories, it'll of course be very clean. And it would probably most likely be a subplot instead of like romance being like the whole focus, because I am not a big romance fan. So yeah. Oh, and another genre that I can't believe I didn't think of first is mysteries. And I'm kind of on a mystery kick right now, so most of my stories will probably be, or at least quite a few of them, will be mysteries. So yeah, those are the genres I like to write in. I've heard on Wattpad you're supposed to like write in one genre, but that's like impossible for me. Just like it's kind of impossible to stick with one story and not work on multiple at a time. And anyone who can stick to one story, finish it before you even work on another one, even if it's like a fan fiction story, I applaud you. I applaud you, because I cannot do it. I can't. I cannot. But anyway, now as for the age range, I only write for middle graders and YA, which is teens. I might, like, when I actually do publish books, like, you know, put them in bookstores, I might write some books for younger kids. But mostly middle grade and YA is where I like to write in. And I personally just like middle grade books. I'm a little leery about YA books because some of the stuff I heard in them, you know, like the kind of stuff that's allowed in them. So I'm a little leery about YA books, but all the books I write are completely clean, I am a Christian, so they will be completely clean, every story I write and recommend, because again, I will be recommending some books, will be completely clean, and I'm personally very finicky about what should and shouldn't be in books for kids and shows and movies, so you can trust my judgment. But I do know some Christians don't like magic whatsoever. I'm personally okay with some magic, like some good, clean, innocent magic. So that may be a gray area for some people, but again, I personally do not have a problem with some magic, so yeah. Oh, and I also mentioned on Wattpad that I might write some Christian stories, or just stories that might have like some faith in them. They may not necessarily be Christian stories, but they do have like some faith elements in them. So yeah, I will probably write some stories like that, and you'll probably be seeing me working on some stories like that on this channel, and me reading some stories like that once they get on Wattpad. So yeah. But the main genres I'll probably be writing in, again, is mystery, fantasy, sci-fi, the one I can't pronounce, which again is contemporary, the realistic one, and fanfics, or as I like to call them, fan art. So yeah, those are most of the more likely genres I'll be writing in. So yeah. Now, as for what kind of fanfics I'll write, I'll be writing fanfics of different characters and different franchises I love. Like, I love The Lion King, Frozen, and I'm also kind of on a Nancy Drew kick right now. I have some story ideas for some fanfics of Nancy Drew, and one where we focus on Nancy Drew's daughter and the third great-grandson of Sherlock Holmes. So that will be coming here soon. I'll probably start working on some videos where I'm writing that here pretty soon. And I also love a character from a show that came out in the early 1990s, Darkwing Duck, and the characters in DuckTales, and Donald Duck is also in DuckTales, so I might write some stories with, some characters like, say, Donald, maybe Mickey and Minnie, and some DuckTales characters like Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and Scrooge, and yeah. And that's not even scratching the surface of several characters from franchises that I like, so yeah. That's I feel like that's not even really a sample, but I think that's good for now to give you guys an idea of what kind of fanfic stories I'll be writing.